and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Xavier Curry.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Ralphie Velasquez now at the plate. Velasquez goes 6 feet 3 inches, 24 years old, and he took home the Silver Slugger last year in the American League. The wind of the pitch. That one's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
On the ground to the left. On to first. Leadoff man retired in the sixth. And stepping in for Boston, Jordan Walker. He's already homered in this game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Activity in the bullpen. Jeff Lane loosening up for manager David Bell. Right-handed reliever. Little chopper rolls foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Bounce to the left side and foul ball. Curry, 30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2019. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
Ball one there.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Next offering misses, and the count is even 2-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
2-2 on the way. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. Boston's out in front, 4-2. Here in Cleveland, bottom of the 6th inning, and now the first baseman, Hunter Waldron. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And he deals. And there's a strike.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Green going after it. And it's caught for the out. Now the catcher up to hit, Josh Welch. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball one.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
They say you win.
1-1.
Next pitch inside, and a count 2-1. Swing and a miss. Next pitch is outside. Kicks and fires. In the air out to center. Green makes the play, and there's 2 away.
Now batting. Third baseman.
Now the third baseman, Jonah Young. Right through there for a strike.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Next pitch is downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Kicks and deals.
That's a ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
2 down, nobody on. And it's even up. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Welcome back. Here's the catcher, Carter Jensen.
The catcher, Carter Jensen.
Curry back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. And a curve is down and in.
1-1.
They say you win. Right-hander kicks, deals. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the 2-2. Just misses with that one.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And next for the Red Sox, Marco Luciano. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
He swings and fouls one off.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And here is Marcelo Meyer. First pitch just misses. Left-hand hitter waits. And there's a ball. There's a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
At the belt and fires. And now it's even up. He goes down looking.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Duran stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. The 0-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Jensen leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Off the plate inside, and the count is 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
The 1-2. Center field. Santos sizing this one up. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And that is that. One left for the Red Sox, but they still lead this one 4-2. Back now at Progressive Field. Set for the last half of the 7th. Digging in, Jeff Matheson. And a pitch. That one ripped. Bangs off the wall. In there safely.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jose Feliciano out of the game, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. Steven Wilson gets the ball now.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And next is the designated hitter, Jimmy Pond, 1 for 2. In there for strike 1.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Runner at second, nobody out. Strike two.
He's clearly out there throwing pitchers pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
The pitch. And that one off the outside edge.
That's a really good take.
The pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
That one just misses, and the count is 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
That one misses. 3-2 now. Romeo Santos to bat next. The tying run at the plate. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Next to hit, Romeo Santos.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Boston's bullpen with some activity. Cody Hoyer appears to be getting loose. Farr getting loose as well. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Throw to third. He's safe.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Got a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal third base.
One away with a runner at third. The next pitch misses. Now 1-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And that one got a piece of him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Well, a little problem with his location there, but now the bigger problem's at first base. Tons of speed over there. He's going to have to manage the running game and find the strike zone.
Fidrich at the plate now, and that's inside.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn two, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get two and end up with nothing.
Next offering is downstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Runners are at the corners. One away.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Two down. Popped up. Merritt sizes this one up. Grabs it on the run. 2 away.
The shortstop, Brandon Sampson.
So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Shintaro Fujinami. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. Brandon Sampson will hit next. This guy with light tower power. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? First pitch, and he just misses. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. But he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. Righty reliever out of the pen, Glenn Matthews.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while, coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested, but we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
Now it's the second baseman, Dustin Merritt. The wide to kick the pitch. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
That's in for a strike. And the right-hander deals.
That's a ball.
That's a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Here's the center fielder, Riley Green. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
A little bit low.
That's down, that's a ball.
Merritt aboard here at first with nobody out. Matthews checks the runner, and he just got his hand in there. And a pitch. And that's outside. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Here's a 3-0. There's the strike. The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Nobody out. Runner at first. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Righty delivers. Battling here as he fouls it away. Matthews over to first. Merritt gets back easily. Swing and a ball popped up. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. Set down on strikes. Throws him with the heater at the knees.
Really good battle right there. And that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
And here's the first baseman, Ralphie Velasquez. Matthews throws to first. Merritt dives back in safely. That's in there. Strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Righty to the plate.
1-1.
Hard ground ball, base knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Now the left fielder, Jordan Walker. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
The 1-0. That clips the corner.
1-1.
And here it comes. That one pushed foul.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
The 1-2. In the dirt. Throws. Save. And both runners move up on the wild pitch.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for the hitter to lock in, put the ball in play hard somewhere.
Two. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The pitch. That's a base hit. Run scores. Velasquez rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score as well, and they lead by 4.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Ron Glenn up next for the Red Sox. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Young over to second, and it's a double play to end the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Red Sox lead it 6-2. The left-hander on now, Kevin Farr.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Jason Van Dyke digs in now. The Guardians in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Here comes a pitch. Just missed. And the 1-0. And a big swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The 1-1. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Bangs off the wall. And he's got a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So a man aboard. And now the first baseman, Hunter Waldron. That one's in there, 0-1. Next offering is outside. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 1-2. To the right side, Merritt tosses to first. Awesome play there.
Now batting, catcher, John Welch.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Josh Welch.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Van Dyke takes his lead at third with one away. Next pitch misses inside. 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires over to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Well, there it is, a little old school manufacturing of a run after that double. Ground out to get him over and another ground out to get him in. Nice job to get that RBI.
And here is Jonah Young.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Foul ball there. On the ground, and that's just foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. Missed inside with the curve.
2-2.
Struck him out looking. 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and nobody left on. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. The Red Sox on top 6-3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jeff Lane.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Carter Jensen getting ready to hit. And a pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Fidrich. Now 1 gone in the 9th. So stepping in for Boston, Marco Luciano. There's the strike. Lane. In his 5th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. And now the 0-1. And there's the strike. And a curve misses outside. A wind and the pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a ball evens the count.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Meyer, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
And that's outside. Next pitch is outside. Jared Duran waiting to bat for the Red Sox. The pitch. Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. The wind of the pitch. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Nothing across here this half. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. Boston's out in front 6-3. Sean Gowdy taking over on the mound.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Jeff Matheson now at the plate.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
The wind of the pitch. That's a strike. 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for guys to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Good job to fight that one off. Kicks and deals. That misses. Now 1-2. That one missed. Next offering is down low. And the righty deals. This one high in the air to left center. And puts the squeeze on that. And there's one down. So now the DH spot, Jimmy Pond, 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. And that's too high. And 1-2. And the pitch. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And down on strikes he goes, and 2 away now. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Santos stands in now and watches strike 1.
First pitch changeup, he gets a called strike. You got to really know who that hitter is at the plate in order to throw that pitch again and again.
That's a strike. 0-2 now. That's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
(6-3) our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Congratulations on the mess you made of things. I'm trying to reconstruct the air and all that brings.
Inside the show. And now your host, Justin Allegri. Hello, baseball fans. Thanks for joining us on this October morning. Here's what's going on around the league as the postseason rolls on. For Game 2 of the American League Championship Series, the Red Sox grabbed the win over the Guardians 6-3. They've now tied the series at 1 going into Game 3. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all postseason long.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. For Game 3 in the ALCS, the Colorado Rockies swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they dismantled the Giants 12-5. They will take a 3-0 series lead into Game 4. And that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow for updates from around the postseason.
Now is the time for me to rise to my feet. Wipe your spit from my face, wipe these tears from my eyes. Now is the time for me to rise to my feet. Wipe your spit from my face, wipe these tears